Okay, I thought I'd bring you along here, putting this seat cover on the bottom cushion. And of course, like I said, I'm not someone who's ever done this before, so I don't know. I'm learning. This is what I was telling you earlier. I had this thing flipped over now. I had to borrow a couple of those springs out of here and put them over here because this was the side that got beat so bad. This is where you can tell the weight has been on this. Shut up, Tyler. The weight's been on this seat a lot over here. So 20, what, 34 years? All right. So anyway, I'm in a spot here that was not easy to do. I need to go ahead and get going on it. But I'm having to roll this lip over here on the back. And I found that there's really no other way for me to do this except roll it like that, just bit by bit. And I got to continue on with this before it starts trying to pull back off again. So I have to have both hands, but this is how I'm doing this. Probably should have worked from the middle out, but you can't get the middle up. Well, not on this one, so you have to start on the ends. So just take your time with this thing. They warn you in the instructions, don't be yanking on the seat cover real hard to get things to go where you need them to go. So get this done and we'll start hog pinning this thing in place. Not easy. It's fun, but not real easy, not so far. Okay, folks, so I have this seat cover all hog ringed on here, and I never have done any hog ringing before, but it's basically just putting on these little staples. You just squeeze them around with a little set of pliers that just, it's like, all it is these things. Never mind my shop, it's a disaster again. When I'm working, I just go to it. So anyway, you peel one of those things off there and then you use this complimentary set of hog ring pliers to squeeze them around the listing on, that's what it's called, on the bottom of this. I don't know if I did it right. I did it the way that it worked. So anyway, so it's on. And I'll say this much, this has not been a real easy thing to do as far as getting this cover on. I kind of went about it the wrong way. You're supposed to turn it inside out. But I didn't feel like I could do that, so I did it the way I did it. But it turned out pretty good, I think. I hadn't turned it over yet. Maybe severely disappointed when I do so. But the most difficult thing about this whole entire job so far is listening to that damn radio every day. That is my grandmother's old radio, works fine, reminds me of her. It's very sentimental. But inside this big Faraday cage of this building, that thing only picks up one station, which is Star 99.1 out of Huntsville. And one of the benefits of moving away from Huntsville was also not having to listen to the radio stations until now. And I've been listening to this thing or have it on in the background because I'm like a lot of people, I just don't particularly care for dead silence in here. Just kind of weird. But I've been trying to figure out the demographics of people that like this radio station. And just a rough outline of the demographics in my mind is that it's people that live in an apartment that don't go anywhere except to work or to go to some coffee shop or bar or a place like that, or one of these little get-together places like that, I guess, or a concert. And that's it. They don't go outside. They don't sit outside. They don't go walk around. They don't go walk the dog. They don't do any of that. It's either the apartment, the car, or the coffee bar, coffee house, or a concert. That's it. That has to be it because that's all they ever talk about on here. They talk about who's in concert, who's going to be, when the tickets are, what the celebrities are doing, and that's it. That's all they ever talk about. And it has to be people that love more than anything to hear the same 10 or 12 songs played every single day at the very same time every single damn day. They play the same songs. This station has no variety. Every once in a while, this gal gets on there and she announces like it's made, something amazing, which I guess it is really. She announces, oh, well, we're going back to the 80s. And they'll play like one or two different songs that I remember from the 80s because I lived through the 80s. And then it's back to the same crap again. It's that Taylor Swift song, If I Was a Man. And the one that says something about this gal and this guy, and they're each saying, they've come over tonight, they've come over tonight. Oh my God. How can people take this? You know? And I would be more surprised about this if I wasn't already long ago more than aware that a radio station like this is not this, they're not doing this for entertainment. They could care less if people enjoy this. Their whole agenda and reason for being is to convey advertising for businesses. So, okay, I have to, well, I don't have to. I could turn it on to the country station up here out of Tennessee, somewhere up here, but that's, to me, that's about worse. So, oh no. Okay, then, had to turn the radio off again while I make this video. Dang. Yeah, I know I got a very messy shop, but this is just the way I work. I'm not one of these people that can stop and straighten up as I go. I just work through stuff, and then when I reach the end point of some kind of project or work that I'm doing, then when I'm done with that, I'll go around and sweep and straighten and everything, get everything back together. But in the middle, nope. All right, so I've temporarily and carefully, this is the back seat cushion for the pickup truck here. So I've temporarily snugged this together. This is the way that this goes together. You have you hoggering these listings together, and I was not sure whether I could reuse this foam without adding this cushion without adding foam, and I have my answer. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put my foam in because you see how we have now that you can't really that's not attached there, but right here is probably a good example, and I don't like that. You see that's airspace in there, so that's how much this cushion has collapsed. Or yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that's it. And maybe the upholstery is a little bit generous, but it seems like a pretty good piece. So all I'm going to do is I have another 72-inch piece of this stuff. It's 24 by 72. And I've kind of tested that in here to get a feel for it. And I think that's going to just be just what it needs because that other seat cushion there just looks really, really nice. And like I said, I'm no upholstery expert. This is the first upholstery I've ever done. So we're learning together. If you're watching this video, there's some good videos about doing this. So don't trust me. But the good news is that I don't think I got to take this seat cover back off because it's got some pretty good space in here, so I think I can just, you want to see up in there? Anybody home? So, I think I can just mess around with it and get a piece cut that I can work in there and spray it. It's going to be interesting to do that, but this is what I got to do. So, I probably plan on doing that. It's getting on towards 7 o'clock. It's about time I go in for supper and get wound down for the day. So as Howard says, I'm going to call it a day. So if you want to see this beautiful seat be put back in this truck, keep watching. And I do appreciate you guys for watching. So have a good one, and I'll see you just in a second. Wow. Well, look at the destruction in here, huh? Hey guys. Well, I have went through this seat again. I added some foam. It's not memory foam, but I have memories of it. I will have memories of it. And I think it brought this cushion out, this cover, really nice. I was concerned before because it had just a lot of slack in it over the seating surface here. It was tight here, or Phil says tight. But it was just really not doing what I wanted it to do here. So I added just a big piece of that white foam and shaped it and got it in there and glued it to stay there. And I think it's going to be nice. It should settle a little bit as time goes on. Use the seat a little bit. I don't know who makes this seat cover. This is really a nice seat cover. What's funny about this whole thing is that somebody's leaving, looks like. I think they might be moving out over there. They have another house. So, anyway, this truck came with a cloth seat. That's the remnants of the seat cover that's in this pattern, sort of the same pattern, but it had a black floor mat. So I don't know if somebody just wanted a cloth seat in it or what that was about. But I went back with I kind of reversed it. I went back with a vinyl seat cover and a carpet on the floor, which, as I said, that was not my choice really to put the carpet, but I couldn't find a mat that went all the way back. So I think, when it comes down to, I've said before that, I might sell that truck at some point. So when it comes to sellability, I think a nicer interior is going to be a good idea. But that's not right now. So yeah, this is pretty much done, I think. I'll tell you what, I realize now that I got in the wrong line of business a long time ago. I should have went into business selling foam. These two pieces of foam, these bastards, it's not even high density foam. This is just plain old foam, but two pieces of this from our favorite large box, big box retailer were $50 for that. So, okay then. That's the best Chinese foam you can get right there. I don't even want to talk about them right now. So, you're not supposed to say in videos, and you're not supposed to sigh. And you're not supposed to cough. You're not supposed to smack your lips. You're not supposed to snort through your nose. Any of those things. So I'm working. I think I've got pretty much all the rest of those eliminated, but I'm still working on the ums. So anyway, Star 99.1 is working their way through their 15-song playlist again today. I've just heard the one from Taylor Swift again, If I Was a Man. If I Was a Man, or whatever she's saying, some crap like that. What the hell's she talking about? So that's going on. I turned that down. That chick on there, the DJ, who's working from home right now, wise thing for her to do. She actually announced a while ago that you could win somebody's pink shirt from the show. I don't know who she said it was. It was some guy's name who sounded like a stage name. But, I'm sitting there working with this phone. I'm thinking, why? Why would you want to win somebody's shirt? Why? And, I criticize people like that, probably unfairly. It's not them. It's not them. It's not their fault. That people that like the stuff like that, it's not their fault. It's my fault. It's my fault because I'm just not capable of taking myself to that place mentally where I give one rip about winning something off of somebody's shirt, somebody's damn shirt or picture, anything like that, man. I'm just one of these people that if it's not tangible, if it's not something I can use or listen to or watch a performance or drive or something like that, operate, I don't care anything about it. Hell, what the hell am I going to do with somebody's damn shirt? I don't want some guy's shirt anyway. Some girl's shirt. Now, maybe she's still in it, maybe, but anyway, back to this. This is Musty one, isn't it? So, that was so funny the other day. I was watching. I've wondered sometimes if I ought to do like one of these reaction video things where I watch somebody's video and just show you what I react to stuff, because it's real hard for me to sit through a long video without fast forwarding around and messing around with it. But sometimes I'll start watching those What's Up Wednesdays that South Main Auto does. And he's a really funny guy, man. I was laughing and laughing and laughing at that. I mean, he's got a natural sense of humor. It's just hilarious, But Musty said something the other day on one of his last videos. I just started laughing. I couldn't quit laughing because it's so funny. He always makes these cracks in his videos about some sort of, off-color joke or something. And he said something and he didn't say anything. And he said, come on now, you know you wanted to say it. And he says, you know you wanted me to say it. I'm thinking, yes, we did. Why didn't you? Some people, I guess, think I'm a stick in the mud. I have no sense of humor. I really do I have a weird sense of humor, I guess. It doesn't come out much on my videos because I'm kind of, I don't know. I guess my grandfather, my dad were teachers, and I guess my nature is just to kind of demonstrate and teach in my videos if I can, and not really cut up too much. But I really do like to cut up. I'll have to, when Phil's around, that's when I really get to, because he and I play off each other pretty good. I like hearing his response. Like that day I asked him, I said, Phil, do you love your hands? And he looked at his hands and he says, well, yeah. Because that's so funny, because there's a reason I ask that. Because you ever look at Phil in his videos that I've made of Phil, lots of times if he's out working on something, you'll catch him, he'll look at his hands, and he'll like shake his hands like that back and forth. I've seen somebody else do that too. I can't remember who it is, but he's always like, if he's hurt his hand, he always like look at the back of it, look at his hands. So he's always looking at his hands, I started pointing it out to him. I said, look, you're looking at your hands. That's why I asked him that day. I said, do you love your hands? So it sounded silly to ask him, but there was a reason I did. So hopefully we all get through this thing, hopefully, fairly soon, and he gets to come back up. I'm going to ask him again about his hands. Maybe I'll get him to talk about his hands some more. Tell the life story of his hands. All right, well, I just sniffed. Did you hear that? What am I going to do now? I'm going to turn that, well, let me see. Well, that was a mistake right there. That was it wasn't really, but that phone was not very usable. That came out of that Plymouth seat. You're not supposed to do that either. I need to cut out these holes for the seatbelt holders. And I'm going to do that because I have little plastic inserts that go in those. I'm going to do that, and then I need to flip this thing over, and we're going to put the runners on it, the tracks that have been painted. They're outside, and it's hard to say that stuff without saying, you ought to try that. And then we're going to put the runners on, and then I have to figure out what to do about that wire that runs across between them that you operate the slider with. Because guess what? It broke. Broke in half. The other half's gone. I don't know where it's at. So, so you know that deal. You pull on it to adjust the seat upper back and front or back, and your side moves over there, but this one doesn't. Then you have a crooked seat like this, which I don't ever scoot the seat up. I can just leave it inoperable for me, because I have to have it all the way back against the back of the cab anyway, because my legs are so long that I don't need it scooted up. But Phil drives the truck or something. He would probably want to scoot it up. So I'll look into that. It's just a piece of wire, piano wire looking stuff. So maybe I've got something. Maybe that seat out there in the one I'm taking apart, maybe it's got one. Let me go look. All right, do that. I'll be back. So I just heard the same commercial for Home Depot, the one that's saying, we have many ways to help. I just heard the same commercial from them 2 times in 2 minutes. This radio station, they're trying to push me over the edge. I know they are. Anyway, this is what's going on. So we got to put these seat tracks on, and these have 3 bolts, 2 at the rear, and then one goes into the frame up here. So all I did to get a nice clean hole there, entrance hole, is I just simply took a hammer and a punch and just tap, 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 and that did the trick. So there's gonna have to be a couple more done back here. I took a picture of where these are, but there's 2 of those Torx head bolts, I guess you could say. One is for the pivot point of the rear of the seat back, the tall part, the part your back goes on. It's for that. And then you got one back here that's got the it stops it. It's the stop. It's kind of longer. You'll see it when I get it all together. But anyway, you have to put those in, so we'll do those the same way. Should work good. Dum, dum, dum. So I came out here and harvested this pull wire, I guess you could call it, off of this Plymouth seat. It's a beauty, isn't it? This is the one that kind of got beat up that was in that Plymouth originally. The upholstery was bad, the padding was bad, the seat frame is okay, but the springs, at least two of the springs are broken. So I don't know what we're gonna do with that, but I needed a 43-inch piece of wire here, plus or minus a little bit. So you never believe this luck. This thing is just over 43 inches. That's amazing, because I didn't think that would work, because it may still not work, because the truck is a lot wider than the car is. But the thing is the runners, the seat tracks, the brackets, I guess, on those stick out further towards the inside. So we'll try it. Even got those little spring things that hold the ends of them down. What do you call those? Anybody know? Besides spring things? Oh. Hello, Ann. Well, it's a tad bit loose, but it's going to work. Alright, so I'm going to throw some fluid film in these seat tracks, because they're pretty stiff and sticky and gummy. It's looking pretty good. I just have to get the little, whoops, again with a finger, little side covers on. Be ready to put it in. Got these things on it. These are some kind of rudimentary way to keep the seat propped up. I don't know. I have no idea why they're there, or keep it from going forward. I guess what it is these things are kind of come on, Tyler. They're just kind of hanging here. So I guess the idea of these little teeth on here is when you have forces that G-forces, like if you stop suddenly, then they swing up and they keep the back of the seat from going up. I guess that's the idea. Sure. I'll buy it. Okay, that is done. Next thing is to get it in the truck. So we'll do that. I'm going to clear all this junk out of the way and manhandle this thing out. Well, I got a better idea. Why don't you guys just grab that other end, would you? And we'll just walk it out there. Yeah, there you go. Just go ahead and go over there and grab that end for me, if you would. I know a lot of y'all are busy helping Musty, but I need a hand from you every once in a while. So this thing turned out pretty good. I'm glad I did the padding. The only thing that I noticed that I didn't do exactly right back here was when I put this cover on, I was considering how to do this, and I bunched it just a little bit when I was fastening it. I should have made sure that I started from the center, but it was real tough to get this thing together because there's so much more padding in the front of it. So it kind of got wrinkled, but again, we're not doing a show truck, and we're learning. So I was just going to take a moment to ask if anyone had seen what Reverend Bus Grease Monkey is doing for his latest monetary shill that he's been doing. The latest one is he's starting a GoFundMe for a concrete pad. I guess is what he's doing when his empire up there that he's building to work on buses, which is for profit, of course. But he is starting a GoFundMe. So you know what a GoFundMe page is. Normally people use a GoFundMe for something that's important or legitimate, like a health problem or battling a cancer, fighting cancer for cancer treatments, or something you lost your job, or your baby has leukemia, or something like that. But he's not doing it for that. He's doing it for his own self-interest, which is a concrete pad. And that's part of the reason, if you hadn't heard me say it before, that's part of the reason I unsubscribed from him. That was just a very nothing act. It doesn't mean anything. When people say that to me, I don't think about it very much. But you know, it's just something that makes. I guess you do it because it makes you feel better, yourself feel better. So it makes me feel better that I'm not supporting him in any way because I just, as I said, I don't believe in stuff like that. I think that's quite selfish when you got probably plenty of money and yet you're trying to get other people to pay to donate for something like that. You know, you just bought a piece of property, you ain't out of money. So that dude didn't even know how to put peanut butter on a mousetrap. And I have nothing, you know, this is not, I know I get these comments every once in a while from their defenders or somebody's defenders, and they'll say, well, sounds like you're just butthurt or something. No, I'm not. I just get a unbelievable enjoyment out of pointing things like that when people are selfish or fake or something like that. I just get an extreme enjoyment. I get extreme pleasure from pointing that out and kind of making people uncomfortable when they see that. So that's all it is. Because, you know, the thing is with money, if you think of the money, you can say a lot of things about money, but a couple of things I always think about money is money does not buy happiness, it only rents it. So, and the second thing is with more money is more problems. Remember the song, more money, more problems? Usually that's true, and they're expensive problems. It's like when you buy one of these mid-2000s unreliable Chevrolet Duramax diesels that cost a lot more money than it should to buy the thing, and then when you buy it and the injectors and the injector driver goes out and you're $3,000 or $4,000 in the hole to repair that truck again, then that's the kind of thing you think about. More money, more problems. So anyway, sorry to get off on that, but that's the Right Reverend Cosby's new, Crosby, I guess is his name. That's his new thing to do. And I noticed also, get used to me pointing stuff like this out also. I noticed also that he had somebody on there that dared to question that, and I went back and looked at their comment, and it was gone. Can you imagine that? He's a real dictator. He's gonna, if anybody questions him or disagrees with him, he's just gonna go crazy about it. He's not very good. He's thin-skinned, very thin-skinned person. I haven't met him in person. I don't know if I ever will, but you know, again, it's not necessarily personal. I don't know him, but I could never be like that. I tell you what I'm going to be like. I'm going to be like carrying this damn seat out to the truck and trying to get this thing in there by myself. So wish me luck. Okay then. So the carpet and the seats are all done and put in, and so you want to see what it looks like. So what's this saying? Dead battery. Oh shit. Well, sorry folks, looks like it's gonna be tomorrow. Sure sorry about that. No, I'm kidding. Well, my idea turned out good, looks like. That seat's nice and flat. All right then. Boy, it sits nice too. Man, it's a comfortable seat. Now, how it holds up, I don't know. But I had to put in this ratty seat belt. Hated that, but it's the only one I got right now. I'm trying to track down some good seat belts. They don't sell these new, I don't think. So, anyway, to be legal, so I don't go through the windshield or something. But, all right, well, I sure appreciate everybody sticking with me through this. And I'm going to clean out the back of this thing, and I can't recycle anything right now. They took up the recycle bins everywhere. So I'm going to just, I guess I'm going to tie the bags up for security so nothing don't blow out, and leave them in here. But this cardboard, I think, is going to go into a little storage area back here because I recycle cardboard. I have a ton of cardboard at all times. And I don't know what I'll do about the seat belts. Those right side ones are a little faded, but they're not broken at least. But the plastic is broken over them, so I don't know what the solution might be to that to make those look better. Just take the plastic off. I know they're molded, and they got some kind of spray on them. Looks like undercoating, which came off with brake cleaner on the other stuff. So, all right, guys. Well, anyway, I tried to liven this one up a little bit, not be so draw and monotonous and boring. My buddy. Those are males. If you ever wonder about carpenter bees, which ones are females and which ones are males, it's very easy to tell. The males are the ones that act stupid. No, I'm kidding about that. The males are the ones that have, like that one has a little spot on its face, has a little yellow or white spot right between its eyes. So if you see that, that's a male. Male can't sting you. All it can do is buzz around you and dive you and threaten you. But all I do is when they try that stuff with me, I just ball my fist up and I say, "You want to fight? You want to fight?" See, like that one? So he didn't want any. He took off. He knows I could take him. I don't know what they're guarding over here. That behavior is guarding behavior. When they're, see how he's just floating around here and all that. There's a female somewhere, but I don't know where she would be. I see one over there in front of that Oldsmobile too. They've been hanging out over here, and I don't know what they're guarding because there's no wood over here. Now the porch over there at the house and that deck and all that stuff over there, and they go crazy about it because they got holes bored in it and they're doing their thing over there. But I don't know what's over here. There's no wood over here, so there's no wood here except a tree, and they don't. It has to be dead wood. They don't make They don't make tunnels in live wood. So who knows? Maybe he thinks this dart is so old and abandoned over there that it's turned into a piece of decayed wood. Might be that picnic table, but they're not at the picnic table. See there? Yeah, that's a male. The females can sting you. The females don't have a dot there in front of their face, and they mainly don't. You hardly see them very much. All they do is go back and forth and build their tunnels and all that. They're the ones you hear in there chewing. I asked Phil one time, I said, well, I didn't ask him at the first conversation, but Phil made one of his funny comments. He says, yeah, he says, I think they've got termites in my wall in there in the house. I said, how do you know, Phil? What makes you think that? He said, I can hear them chewing. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope I didn't bum anybody out with some of my comments, but I'm just I'm in that kind of mood lately. I'm just sort of one of those, let it all out. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.